The Guam Cannabis Control Board met today to get into the weeds of their proposed rules and regulations. Of the topics discussed, one in particular has been a point of controversy for both the board and for some in the community. The thought of the sale and use of marijuana in Tumon has drawn out tourism business veterans in opposition. But CCB board member Adrian Cruz says it would have been nice to hear the opposition a little earlier.
We've been 18 months on this. This is not new. I really wish that GVB or whoever would have been a little more involved or voiced a little more when we were even talking about these particular things way in the past.
Board member Nico Fujikawa sought to clear up an issue many in the tourism industry have been worried about: the idea of tourist families being exposed to marijuana by way of on-site consumption permits. But Cruz says the idea just isn't feasible.
If it's a cannabis restaurant and they're a licensed cannabis facility, you can't have a family that goes there, because by definition, the only people that can go into a cannabis facility, as per our rules, is people over the age of 21.
Should be 21.
That's right. So
right.
you're not going to be able to have Sunday brunch at the pot restaurant. I mean, that's not reality according to our own rules.
Cruz says the dilemma is all too familiar.
The thing that upsets me the most is I remember a conversation like this. I remember GVB saying something like this when it was the Natasha Protection Act. I remember them saying that, if you ban smoking in the restaurants, the tourists aren't going to come because Japanese like to smoke when they eat, and they like to smoke when they go out to bars, and it's just going to be so terrible. Gloom and doom, gloom and doom.
The current proposed rules prohibit the operation of a cannabis-related facility within 1,000 feet of a public park or school, amongst others. And with 2 large beach parks in Tumon, it turns out there's just a few pockets where businesses could be set up. And as far as the overall image of Guam to the tourist markets,
the market already tells us when Koreans come to Guam, they don't want to stay in the hotel. Because they go stay in the Airbnb and they don't go on the Japanese official tour routes where they're only stopping at certain places. That's the way our market is trending. And so this idea that somehow that the Japanese want to come here for a Japan flavored Guam that's thinking from 1970. That's just not holding water anymore.
The Cannabis Control Board recessed and will reconvene December 30th at 1 p.m. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Peter Santos.